Hey everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. I hope you're all doing really well, and hopefully I'll have some fun for you, because I just got myself into some trouble. But first, I've got to show you the Halloween shirt of the day. Squad ghouls! It goes well with my little cardigan here, because it's cold. But I say I got myself into trouble because I'm trying to participate in Olly and MJ's Read What You Own challenge next month, and I will link their channels down below. But if you've been following me for a while, you already know I've been trying to kind of do that. Like, I've got a TBR challenge going with myself in the shorts feed, but I read physical books a lot slower than I can buy them, so I'm like 3 years behind on my TBR challenge. So this might be my last book haul of the year. Oopsie. And it's all scary. Well, mostly, potentially scary stuff. I've got 13 books for you today. And I know nothing about pretty much all of them, as I didn't plan on this. I was led into bad decisions and then left unsupervised. I blame the boyfriend all the way around, because he told me about the book sale, helped me sneak away from the pups to go, and then even, paid for it, so this one is totally on him. And he got off lucky, because if it wasn't a library book sale, it would have probably cost 7 times as much, at least. I got 13 books for you that only cost a whopping $10. I love a good sale, what can I say? But without further ado, let's get into it and see if we get any cute hosts. Because currently, this is my little buddy here. If you can see my fan going, it's nappy time. Leave me alone, mama. Yeah, they just had lunch and it's very gray and cold out and gross, so it's bedtime. She woke me up, but it's her bedtime now. So I know nothing about it, but we've got Watchers in the Night by Jenna Black. It's supposed to be very Buffy-ish and vampires, and for 50 cents, who can turn that down? I mean, we've got creepy, bats or something. It's all red and, evil nighttime. Mystery, magic, and vampires. Let's see. They hunt in every major city, hidden by the crowds, shielded by disbelief. They are killers, and the prey is human. But not all vampires are killers. The Guardians of the Night sacrifice the superior physical and psychic strength that comes with feeding on humans to protect them. But the Guardians walk a thin line, for even a single kill could leave them helplessly addicted to murder. You can't tell me that doesn't sound like a fun time. And it's perfect for spooky season, October horror, get into Halloween mood, which was kind of the theme of most of the things that I grabbed off the shelves. These are in no particular order, just I had to wrangle them onto my bookshelves as I'm pretty much out of space. So I fit them where I could, grab them off as I could to, put them here for you, and gonna have to wrangle them back on. So we even have some, almost cozy ones, and some that might be straight up creepy, I'm hoping. The next is one that I've actually seen floating around on BookTube. I can't remember if it was Criminali's page or Randy over at the Literate Texan, because they've both done, here's 10 vampire novels in 10 minutes, and I love vampires. I have more than 10 novels, but I don't know that I have enough actual series or authors to do that. And one of them mentioned this book, and I didn't realize it till later, but it's Anno Dracula. Doesn't that look freaking cool? Plus, dude, it's Dracula. That's the original vampire. Anne Rice is the one that got me into it, but still. That looks really cool. It's by Newman. Thrilling. A bloody good read. So, again, I know nothing about this. Let's see here. It says, the year is 1888, and Queen Victoria has a new consort. Prince Vlad Tepes, known throughout Europe as Count Dracula. The age of the vampire has arrived, an era of pomp and decadence, oppression and unrelenting bloodshed. as, one by one, the British elite freely abandon their humanity and actively seek the dark kiss of eternal youth. But as all London is hideously transformed, a ripper stalks the night streets of Whitechapel, preying on vampire girls who sell their bodies for blood and silver. An elusive murderer who threatens the power of the undead prince. A renegade mortal who must be stopped before he can bring the ungodly reign of terror to an end. That sounds like a fun one. And then next we have The Fire, a novel by Katherine Neville. I love Fire, even though they totally misspelled my name. That's not how you spell Katherine at all. And again, I know nothing about this, but it was 50 cents, and how cool does that freaking look? Fire expertly blends history, science, and myth. So, this may or may not be good. It says something about the Ottoman, Empire of 1822, and then in Colorado in 2003. So, I have no idea, but I think that's supposed to be like a phoenix there, which has a really cool myth and ties to Harry Potter, which, yay, love Harry Potter, so I have no idea. And I did get one uncreepy one by an author I actually know. Got J.D. Robb, Festive in Death. So I think this might be like a Christmas time read for me, because that definitely sounds like somebody's getting offed under a Christmas tree. I love these, but I don't pay much for them. I will only get them from the library or use, because it's a murder mystery. Once I read it, all the suspense is gone. I know who did it, how they got busted. And they will, because that's just how this is. So, they're fun, they're exciting, but they're only one read. But they're a good time. We got some New York detective way in the future, getting, off into murders and solving them with her rich criminal husband, who is mostly turned to the legal side. And, I don't know this series, but Jeanine Frost. I love her, Up from the Grave, her Night Huntress series. So this is First Drop of Crimson, which I think this is Vlad's series. The first one, the Night Huntresses, which is how I accidentally found her at the library years and years ago, is about a vampire hunter that ends up being trained and married to a vampire. So, yep. Y'all, if y'all haven't already, go check that one out. Oh, no, it's not any vampires. This is Denise's story. The night is not safe for mortals. Denise McGregor knows all too well what lurks in the shadows. Her best friend is Kat Caulfield. And I'm going to bleep out a little of that, because, it gives something away if you haven't already read the series before this, because this is a spinoff. And she's already lost more than the average human could bear, but her family's past is wrapped in secrets and shrouded in darkness. And a demon shapeshifter has marked Denise's prey. Now her survival depends on an immortal who lusts for a taste of her. So, this is definitely going to be a romance, but if it's up with the other ones that she's read, or written, that I have read, yeah, there's romance, but it's dark, and there's action and attitude, and it's good anyway, even for somebody who doesn't like romances. And, yep, this one was definitely a former library book, though I'm going to cover up the top, because then I don't want y'all knowing the county and where I live at. But this is MC Beaton's Death of a Cad. Not necessarily creepy, but it is a murder mystery, and I used to read these books way back in the day. I remember finding this series at the library back in Georgia, and it's a murder mystery that takes place in like a small Scottish hamlet, and gotta get with murder and my Scottish roots, so this is a very short, fun time. Plus, Death of a Cat. I mean, come on now. That's a fun title. And then we've got Caroline B. Cooney's Mummy. I love a good, like, mummy story. I don't know why. Vampires are my favorite, but you can't go wrong with mummies. Something about the mystery and, like, the ancient history. I love it. So, this one is, let's see. Emmeline never gets in trouble, but she's not as good as people think. And isn't that always the way? And nobody would ever guess she's always wanted to commit the perfect crime. Her classmates are planning to steal a beautiful Egyptian mummy from a museum, then hang it from a bell tower on mischief night. They ask for Emmeline's help because they know she'll be the perfect cover. Emmeline thrives on the breathtaking excitement of doing something really wrong for once. She knows she's daring and strong enough to pull it off. The plans are set. The night arrives. Then everything falls apart. I'm going to go with there's probably going to be some supernatural creepy to this. At least, hopefully. And I might actually be able to sneak this one in this month. Let's see. It's only 213 pages in fairly large print. So, I do already have a full month of reading planned with 5 books, plus whatever I read on my Kindle, which I ended up DNFing one, read one, I'm starting on another one already. So, we'll see. I'm slow when it comes to the physical reads. And then I've got what looks like a cozy one, but just such a fun title. Carpe Demon by Julie Kenner. I mean, it's got demons, so it's good for this month, but I don't think this one's going to be scary. I mean, Adventures of a Demon Hunting Soccer Mom. Oh, I love it. Look at the little tail up there on the white picket fence. This just looks like a good frickin' time. Lots of women put their careers aside once the kids come along. Kate Connor, for instance, hasn't had a demon in ages. That must be why she missed the one wandering through the pet food aisle of the San Diablo Walmart. Of course they would be in Walmart. Unfortunately, he managed to catch her attention an hour later, when he crashed into the Connor house intent on killing her. Now Kate has to clean up the mess in her kitchen, dispose of a dead demon, and pull together a dinner party that will get her husband elected to county attorney, all without arousing her family's suspicion. Worse yet, it seems the dead demon didn't come alone. It's time for Kate Connor to go back to work. Yeah, that sounds like a really freaking funny good time. And so let's see. Oh, we have a little epilogue that makes it up to a whopping 360. Again, with biggish print. So if you want a spooky season read that's probably not the least bit scary, I think I found you one. And then we've got this that my coworker has already called dibs on, like, borrowing, if not out buying from me. It's The Black Rose. And International Collector's Library. And that is gorgeous. Honestly, I just grabbed it because it looks really cool. And it's The Black Rose. And something about, the Carpathian man, times. The road to Carpe. I don't know how well you can see that, but we've got a map. And I'm just thinking Carpathian Mountains and that area, which is like totally Dracula. By Thomas B. Costain. Again, this has no dust jacket. It's just gorgeous. So I have no information. Except for that it's really old. It's from 1945. And the books are literally just lists of places. We've got Oxford, London, Antioch, Snowy Mountains. So, I don't know anything about this at all, but I am kind of curious. Let me know, do you know anything about this? Have you heard this author, this book? And then, I had to. I told y'all I love vampires, and it's the Vampire Sextette by, well, it doesn't even say who it's by. It was edited by Marvin K. Love bites. Yeah, this seems like it's more gonna be like trashy vampire than scary, but again, this was maybe $1 and it's vampires. Like, how could I not get a hardback vampire novel for $1? So it was a dark and stormy night. Isn't it always? Well, maybe not, but a dark energy must have been churning the day editor Marvin K. and whatever put something, too many letters together that I'm gonna tongue tie. So, but apparently this is supposed to be just an edited original that it had to contain 6 novellas written exclusively for us by top authors in vampire literature. So that's why it doesn't say who it's by, because it's an anthology with, tales by S.P. Somto and Chaltzia Quinn Yarbrough. We've got Vanilla Blood and In the Face of Death. Yeah, I probably should have actually read something about this, but it was there. I grabbed it. I was trying not to leave the puppies home alone too long. So, and I have no idea about any of this, but it's 6 vampire novels. You can't beat that. That's 6 books in one. And then we've got Lord of the Vampires by Jeanine Kalogridis. And I didn't realize until I was pulling this off my TBR bookcase that I already have this on my TBR bookcase. Because I haven't been able to rearrange it yet and make room, but I read this last year in paperback. It's the 3rd book in a series. So now I have 2 versions. And apparently I needed to know that it was a book. But this one it's dark, it's got a lot of history, it's got some, sexy times in there. Like, this is definitely an adult read. I'll have to dig up my review I did for y'all and post that one down below if you want to know more about it. And then 50 Great Ghost Stories, edited by John Canning. Dude, hardback for $1 and it's 50 ghost stories in October? Like, how could I not? Let's see here. What all do we have? Ghosts of Ancient Egypt by Frank Usher. Chased by a Prehistoric Horseman by J. Wentworth Day. Hauntings Royal, The Phantoms of Littlecote, Phantom Lovers, that sounds a little frisky. The White Lady of Berlin, that I don't even know what to go on that one. School for Ghosts, Vengeful Ghosts, Pearl and Jean, Child Ghosts, that's a little morbid. The Club of Dead Men, A Piece of Black Velvet, The Ghost in Two Halves. Well, I guess we know how he became a ghost. So far, I have heard of none of these authors or tales. Looks like a lot of them are by Frank Usher or Ronald Seth. But, this one goes to 485 pages for a buck. Oh, are you coming up, little man? I guess he's done guarding and he's giving me cute face over there like, my sister is in my spot and you don't have the blankets properly laid. And then the last one, how could I turn this one down? Lord of the Dead. Oh, and now's our little man. He had to come make a cameo at the end. So it's The Secret History of Byron. So, looks really cool. I've actually never read anything by Lord Byron, but I have heard that name a billion times, so cool title. I'm curious. So drop a line, let me know. Have you read any of these? Heard of any of these? Are there any that sound like really interesting? Hopefully, maybe I found something good for you to try, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy reading. You want to say bye, little man? Bye-bye.